Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video.
Are you ready?
Fasten your seatbelts.
Drivers, start your engines.
Race activated. Sheer passion. Change the game forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Racing with Celebs.
It is that time of the week where you can kick back, let your hair down and find a comfortable position as we rev you up for another exciting episode of Racing with Celebs. Hello, I'm Donovan Clyde and our word for the day is black flagged. To be ordered to pits or penalty box due to a rule infraction or unsafe car with loose parts, smoking or dropping fluid. A black flag is shown to the car that has to stop, also known as being posted. That is definitely one thing that will not happen to Racing with Celebs, because we are always set, checked and ready to make sure that we bring you a show without interruptions. We are psyched to bring you the best entertainment that motorsport can offer. Today we will be using the official four-wheel drive club of South Africa's venue in Gauteng called Base 4. The celebrity that we will be putting through our paces today is no one else than beautiful Afrikaans singer Karlien van Jaarsveld. In spite of the fact that the economy makes people turn their cents twice, the Golden Status once again proves that they are also hungry for a good Afrikaans album. Now, in Karlien's own words, this album makes me feel free and light, and if everything is just about to start. I love the new album and hope it will bring the same to the people who listen to it, light and also peace and a smile. Oh, more about the superstar from my superstar co-host Johan Snyman.
Thank you, Donovan. Karlien is a household name and has entertained us for many years. It's an absolute honor to have her on Racing with Celebs today. Hello, my name is Johan Snyman and today we are in Pretoria for some off-road racing. Revaro Motorsport forms part of the Revaro group of companies. The main objective of the company is to expand the existing dealer and service center network countrywide and throughout Africa, where they are already serving 20 countries with their other range of equipment. Let's hear what the experts have to say. Reno, a big welcome to Racing with Celebs and a big thank you for giving us the opportunity to play around in these beautiful cars today.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure for us to be here with you.
Can you just tell me a little bit more about the Revaro group of companies?
The first company was founded in 2000, and the initial focus was supplying equipment to the precast industry and the concrete product manufacturing industry. The company evolved over time, later on supplying yellow metal and materials handling equipment as well. And what happened with that was that the agricultural market became very big for us. So we ended up supplying front-end loaders, TLBs, forklifts, diesel gensets to the whole agricultural market. And the natural fit to follow with that was the side-by-sides. Because the farmers need all that equipment, but they also need to have some fun.
Yes, absolutely. And then I also see you've got the wide range of vehicles. Can you just tell me a little bit more about the different vehicles you guys have on offer?
Yes, the range starts with the smallest vehicles being the 200cc and 400cc sniper range. Yes. That is ideal for ladies and gentlemen, but also for kids. Yes. We find that we have a lot of clients buying these for the kids on their farms and they have a lot of fun with them. Then we have a utility vehicle, the Beast range. That's 1000cc and a 2-seater and a 4-seater with a utility back, ideal for hunters and for farmers as well. And then these are the fun range. You know, These are the Falcons come in a 500cc, 1100cc and 1500cc. Ideal, it's as a sandmaster, sand buggy, dune buggy, 4x4 vehicle.
Yes.
So it's great for any environment and very exhilarating.
Yes. And can you just tell me a little bit more about the specific car that we'll be driving today?
The vehicle we'll be driving today is the Falcon 1500 2S. So it's a 1500cc 4-cylinder motor, a 2-seater. And you can drive it in 2x4, 4x4. It has a rear diff lock and front diff lock, so it can go anywhere. It's no obstacle that it can't conquer.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's now time to introduce you to our beautiful celebrity, Karlien van Jaarsveld. Karlien, welcome to Racing with Celebs. It's an honor for us to have you on the show.
Thanks so much. I'm looking forward to the day.
And what is your favorite off-roader?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do any off-road stuff. Yeah, but maybe if I have a glass of wine, I'll ride on the kids' bikes.
And have you ever done something like this before?
No, never. How safe is this?
Extremely safe, luckily.
Is it?
Yeah. And are you scared, nervous?
I don't know. I like going fast. I just don't like going over stuff.
Well, it's time for our safety brief.
Okay,
Let's
do
do
it.
Up next, we're at Base 4 in Centurion with Karlien van Jaarsveld and all the off-road action with Revaro Motorsport. Welcome to this edition of Racing with Celebrities, and joining us today is Karlien van Jaarsveld. She'll be joined by Frick Stegman, who's going to be taking her through all the incredible off-road action that she's about to experience for the very first time. Karlien, coming from a rock singer background, is going to be doing a little bit of rock climbing herself. I'm sure that Frick's going to take her through all the obstacles here at Base 4. And incredible to see that she's changed up completely to what we'd normally be doing on Racing with Celebrities, which is on tarmac. Now we're going off-road, and I think Karlien is going to be in for a little bit of a run for her money here. Obstacle 1, as you can see coming in here. Frick, maybe take us through exactly what Obstacle 1 is all about.
Greg, yeah, that's basically just a pit to get them used to the car, a little bit more comfortable with the car, and to get the idea of what to expect once the nose of the car drops, because that's quite a scary experience.
And of course, the angle gets out of shape a little bit compared to what you'd normally be doing in a road-going vehicle that she'd be driving on a daily basis. It's great to see that they've got an opportunity here. Also teaching, of course, the young lady exactly what to do when it comes to the sport of off-road. You're not allowed to interlock your hands into the actual steering wheel. You've got to try and keep those thumbs on top so that you don't get locked up if it does get out of shape in any way.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the first rule we taught them. The second one is to cross arms if in the event of the car falling over. And then also to pass the steering wheel on from hand to hand, and not to try and cross your hands on the wheel itself.
You can see she's doing that pretty decently as well as we come into, this would probably be known as a little bit of an axle twister, going from left to right, making the suspension work on these side-by-sides.
Yeah, that's correct. It's quite difficult to hold the wheel there, unexpectedly for the left and then front wheel to drop down. So it's a new experience for her, definitely.
These cars, are you able to change it from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive on the fly, or do you have to be stationary to do that, Frick?
No, Greg, you can do it on the fly as long as you maintain a low speed, around about 20, 30 kilometers an hour. You can easily do that. However, to engage the diff locks, you have to be completely stationary.
So you can see some of the obstacles are a little bit more difficult than others here at Base 4. It's great to see. Most seasoned campaigners in off-road racing and off-road driving would get through these relatively unscathed. But for a lady like this who's come from a rock singing background and now into acting, it must be quite daunting.
I must say she did exceptionally well. It was in the beginning a bit scary for her until she got used to the clutch control. She was the shortest person there. The seat was moved to the front as far as possible, and she could barely depress the clutch. So she did exceptionally well.
Nice to see here on obstacle 4 going down that hill. It's quite an incline, probably about a 45-degree angle they're dropping in on obstacle 4 and getting an opportunity to see exactly what the capabilities are of this little Falcon.
Yes, the only disadvantage of the vehicle is that it doesn't turn very sharp. So at some points we had to reverse a little bit and just to get lined up with the next obstacle.
Now, of course, if you were doing the sport of off-road, or 4x4 as they like to call it, the 4x4 Extreme Racing Series that runs here in South Africa, if you do have to reverse, that unfortunately would be costly. It would give you a little bit of a penalty in terms of points gained.
Yes, definitely, Greg. However, during a race, you would have the benefit of being able to really throw the car around, you know, bring the backside out, make use of the handbrake, and approach the obstacles or the corners with a little bit more of a rally style, you know, much more extreme than what we're doing here now.
This is pretty extreme if you've never done it before, I can tell you. And pretty daunting, I'm sure, for Karlien if she's never done this before. But having twin sons, showing her sons exactly that she's got the capability of possibly becoming a very good off-road driver.
Yeah, that's for sure. We actually encourage the young boys to drive as well. We took them for a spin in one of our smaller sniper series, which they thoroughly enjoyed.
I'm sure there's nothing like getting onto a 4x4 course with someone like yourself and getting to experience what all the off-road drivers and racers do in the country and around the world. And of course, with people like you know, the Janelle de Villiers of this world, they might be aspiring to be that next Janelle de Villiers or somebody in the Dakar at some point.
Yeah, definitely so. We've had some very positive comments from people like Glenn Tron doing the inland series on our vehicle. It would need some modification, obviously, for competitive racing, scrutiny-wise, you know, for safety-wise, roll cages, nets, etc.
Here we go, another obstacle and another up and down hill that we've got to go to. Nice to see the undulation there being shown by the angle of the camera that we were able to get there. But it also just shows you that you've got to be quite aware of your surroundings because you can't put a wheel wrong here. Otherwise, things can go wrong. And of course, when you look at the 4x4 Extreme Racing Festival and some of the off-road racing that happens around the country, there's some big crashes that can happen in these races.
Yes, no, it can definitely be very dangerous. And that's why we teach them to you know, especially on a steep downhill, you know, just to drop the nose, hold the car, observe the obstacle, and then you know what to expect when you hit the bottom of it.
It's fantastic to have you involved here with Racing with Celebs. There's been a lot of brands that have got huge mileage out of this. I'm sure you're looking to do the same. This is not the only competitor that we've had involved. And here you go, getting a very good indication on what to do when the vehicle gets stuck.
Yeah, the articulation of this vehicle suspension is absolutely phenomenal. And up to now, I haven't encountered one obstacle that I could not encumber with the engaging both the front and diff locks. We've actually been right to the summit of the Magaliesberg with this particular car without any problems at all.
That's incredible. I mean, it's basically, it can go anywhere, this thing, which is great to see. What's its road capabilities like? Is it allowed onto the road? What are the rules on that?
No, it's fitted with lights and indicators and the hooters and everything. However, the homologation process is extreme. I mean, we'll never be able to get it on the road legally. But you must remember, it's a sport and recreational vehicle. Yep. You know, that's the main purpose of the vehicle. And on the farms, it'll go in the agricultural market, you know, on the farms, on the game farms. We're going to rig one up, you know, specifically aimed at the hunting environment and so on. It's quite capable of towing its own trailer. If you know, it's a 1500 cc. It makes 80 kilowatts.
That's very good.
Yeah, and 140 Newton meter torque.
Sure, that's good, eh? That's awesome.
On this particular one. Yeah, so you can really crawl and you've got the power to do whatever you want to do. Top end, not so quick. because of the gear ratios. Okay, but for what you want to use it for, it's perfect.
Ideal here, of course, for instructing young ladies like this, and potentially some more of our celebrities later in the series will get a chance to be part and parcel of this. But the Four Wheel Drive Club as well, also doing an incredible job to make people aware that not only when you're doing this sport and doing these kind of activities, that you maintain and stick to the paths that are already there. Try not to make your own ones and destroy the environment, eh?
Absolutely. No, we are very, very conservation aware. And Base 4 is part of a conservation area. So we stick to the rules, we stick to the road. Okay, this is going to be a good one here for Karlien. Also there you can see, I'm telling her to drop the nose, just to see what to expect. It's a rather steep one. They
stalled it slightly, but managed to get it on the go.
It was only the second time that she stalled the car.
That's incredible.
It was absolutely impressive. Yeah.
Oh, she's doing a great job here, I got to tell you. There's a lot of guys and girls that I've seen in the past that would not have got this far without a couple more stalls than that. So pretty impressive stuff for a young lady who comes from a singing and acting background. She's making this little falcon sing nicely.
That's for sure.
There you go. In amongst the wachabikkies as well there by the looks of things. You don't want to be caught in one of those. I can tell you that from personal experience on an off-road bike. But I suppose there's a little bit of armour around you in this kind of vehicle. Here's another difficult one, obstacle 9.
Yeah, I think this is the approach to the first mud pit.
I don't think she's going to be too happy about that, wearing those leather pants on. She might not enjoy that too much.
Yeah, this was quite awesome. She enjoyed this. I told her there to hit second gear. The first time round, a little bit scared of the mud and all that, and obviously getting dirty. But the second time round, I just told her to hit second gear and floor it. You know, and she did a very good job of that.
Fantastic. So Frick, if people want to get involved with the sport that you've got here and want to get involved with you, the way to get hold of you, of course, is through your social media, but of course through Racing with Celebs. It's great to see the initiative being taken by you guys to get this kind of exposure on our channel, and of course on all the social media that they put out too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an absolute privilege for us to have been approached by Racing with Celebs. And we are extremely excited about what the future holds in. We will do episodes with the 1100 as well. Mm-hmm. And then we have a 4-seater model as well of the Falcon. A little bit more limited because it's got a very long wheelbase,
okay,
you know, with a 4-seater. So you can belly out, you know, on some of the obstacles. Mm-hmm. But you know, we do have the 4-seater, which is a fantastic for a family day out on an off-road track. And then the 1100 is a 16-valve twin-cam motor.
Sure.
Yeah, so that one we're very, very keen to put that through its paces as well.
And then you could actually put it through paces as opposed to just crawling. You can actually give it stick, which is great to see.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here we go. Here's the redo coming through. Pushing it to the limit, second gear. Oh, that's much better. There you go. Let's get a bit dirty. Look at the smile on his face as well. Loving that, eh? A little bit of roost in the eye, but let's catch up with her and find out how it went.
Karlien, driving is done. How was the experience?
It was amazing. I think it's like a bug that will bite you. In Afrikaans sê ons 'n gogga wat jou byt. You know, you go for this to do it like as a sport. It's amazing now. I absolutely loved it.
And what did you enjoy most about the course?
I love the mud, but I wish I could even drive faster through it, you know. But then you've got turns and trees and stuff in the way, so you also have to be a bit calculated.
And will you do something like this again?
I definitely would do something like this again. I would love the 4-seater to go with the kids, because you can see they're also they're standing next to the course and they love it.
Up next, we go and find out exactly what's been happening in the career with Karlien van Jaarsveld.
We are back with well-known Afrikaans singer Karlien van Jaarsveld. Karlien, where did it all start for you?
You see, I actually never knew that I would stay in the music industry. I always thought that I don't know, be in business somehow. But I started out in a band, and I played some guitar for my brother, and then I actually wanted to go and study something, and it just worked out miraculously that I got a solo contract.
Yes.
Yeah, and from there on.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
What motivates you to write music?
Well, people in everyday life, it's not just my own family or my own kids. People that I meet, and people with stories and stuff that happened to them, and that's interesting. If it touches my heart, I can't get it out of my head or out of my heart, so I write it down in music. Yeah.
You also are away from home for long periods of time when on tour. How do you cope being away from home, especially being a mother?
Well, I used to be away for long times from home, but since I've got kids, I'm more. Ek is baie kindvas.
Yes.
Ja, hulle praat van ma vas, maar ek is baie kindvas. So I can't stay away from my house for longer than 3 days. 3 days is max for me to not be home. So then I go back. I always organize all of my stuff so that I'm not away for a longer time than 3 days, and I won't do it like close to each other.
Yes.
It has to be very far spread.
Yes.
Yeah, and if I can, I take my kids with.
Yes, absolutely. Let's say you can go to an island, any island of your choice, and you can only take 3 items. Which 3 items will you take?
It'll have to be my Bible. Probably sunscreen. I don't know if I love the sun, so I probably won't lie under a tree the whole day. And what else? No, can't I take my kids as all the other items, my kids and my husband? Okay, then yeah,
Karlien,
I'll take my family.
we would like to thank you for your time today. We had a great time, and we hope that you've enjoyed it with us today.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been great.
Don't forget to catch all the action from episode 11 coming up real soon with Matt Rapapale. He's from 942 Jacaranda. We'll be finding out what he can do in Racing with Celebs.
Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Racing with Celebs. If you would like more information on our sponsors, celebrities or the series, please visit our Facebook page Racing with Celebs or our website racingwithcelebs.co.za. Till next week, keep it safe. Asia.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video.